Hello friends, welcome once again to My Weekend Trips. Friends, if you are living in Bangalore, a trip to Kanyakumari must definitely be on your mind. And if you are planning for a road trip to Kanyakumari, this video and this itinerary is going to help you. But unless you are traveling by train or bus, you would need at least 3 days to do this trip. So a long weekend is needed. If you are traveling by train or bus, then you can actually do this trip over the weekend. So if you have 3 days in hand, you can actually drive down to Kanyakumari and then drive back to Bangalore in 3 days. If you have 2 more days in your hand, you can actually do a trip from Bangalore to Kanyakumari, Kanyakumari to Rameshwaram and Rameshwaram to Bangalore. But in this video, we will cover only the trip for Bangalore to Kanyakumari. Okay, so let me give you some quick information about this trip. The total distance will be approximately 650 kilometers one way. So the total time you will need will be approximately 11 hours one way. But road conditions are quite good throughout. Majority of time you will be traveling on National Highway 44. Actually, once you leave Bangalore, you are on National Highway 44 till Kanyakumari. That's the highway which goes till the end. Food options, there are many on the way. Lot of tolls. So approximately 1000 rupees you put one side for toll. Kanyakumari, whenever we think of Kanyakumari, we always think of that Vivekanad Rock Memorial and then the tip of India from where you see all the 3 oceans meeting, you see the sunset, sunrise, but then there are much more to Kanyakumari. We will cover that in this video. Some quick tips for this trip before I actually start the itinerary. Number 1, do a full tank at Bangalore. If you are traveling out of Bangalore, you do a full tank at Bangalore because fuel is actually costly in Tamil Nadu and hence you will save some money. Per liter it will be approximately 3 to 4 rupees costlier in Tamil Nadu than in Bangalore. Then keep your FASTag account sufficiently funded, otherwise you have to pay double the amount. Book the hotel in advance and if possible, this is very important, if possible, book the hotel near Kanyakumari beach or Kanyakumari temple. Your hotel should be within the range of approximately 1.5 to 2 kilometers of Kanyakumari temple or Kanyakumari beach. So remember, if you have your hotel near Kanyakumari temple or beach, everything you have, majority of the spots you have there is within the walking distance. And then the other most important tip, make sure that your hotel has parking if you are traveling by your own vehicle, because lot of hotels which are there near Kanyakumari temple or Kanyakumari beach, they lack a good parking space. So you make sure that you book the hotel, at least look on the booking sites for the photographs where they have clearly marked the parking. Parking otherwise will be a challenge. Okay, so in this video, first I will cover the places which you must visit in Kanyakumari and then the places which are more or less optional. You can give them a try if you have some more time in hand. Okay, so this itinerary is more based on what we have covered, but then there are other places also which you can try. From our perspective, the must visit places in Kanyakumari is number 1, Kanyakumari temple, also known as Kumari Amman temple. Then there is Triveni Sangam near to Kanyakumari temple, Gandhi Mandapam near to Kanyakumari temple, Tsunami monument and Kamakotti mutt. It is again near to Kanyakumari temple. Kanyakumari beach around 2 kilometers from Kanyakumari temple. Vivekanad rock memorial and Sripada. This is again near to Kanyakumari temple. Then there is Vattakottai fort, which is near to the temple, but not very near. You have to probably take an auto. Number 8, Our Lady of Ransom church, which is quite near to the beach. Number 9, Chitharal Jain monuments. These are rock-cut cave temples, beautiful. This is a bit far from the Kanyakumari town. Padmanabhapuram Palace, again a little bit far from the Kanyakumari town, but must visit. And Suchindram Shree Thanumalayan Swamy temple. This is another beautiful temple to visit if you're in Kanyakumari. Not very far, but you have to take your own car. and then Sunset Point, which you should visit. We should try to visit the Sunset Point one of the days when you are there in Kanyakumari. Apart from that, there are 4 or 5 other good places which you can visit if you are in Kanyakumari and if you have more time in hand. But these places, remember, are a bit far from the main town. One is your Thirupparappu Falls, and the second one is Kortalam Falls. Now these two falls are a little bit far, but these are good places to go if you love nature and falls and all that. Then there are 2 beaches, Sanguturai Beach and Sotavillai Beach. So there are 2 falls and 2 beaches which you will need some time to spend there. So if you have more time in hand, probably one more day in your hand, then you can try for these 4 places. So now let's come to the itinerary. Remember that you are planning to cover Kanyakumari in 3 days. So that means it will be a little bit tight because you have a driving distance of 650 kilometers, which is quite a lot actually. And you need at least 11 hours of driving. The Google will probably say 10 hours or maybe 9 hours depending upon where you stay in Bangalore. But then keep in mind that you will also stop for breakfast, lunch, or some snacks. So add another couple of hours to it. We took 11 hours. So I think that at least this much time you will take. So this also means that you have less time in hand for visiting places, and hence you need to follow this advice of starting a bit early. We were able to leave the home by 4 am, and I hope that you are also able to leave home by 4 am latest. If you are able to leave by 4 am, you will be reaching Kanyakumari by 3 pm. And then this is the reason why I said that book a hotel near Kanyakumari beach or temple, so that there are many spots you can cover by walking, accessible by walk. So you also make sure that the hotel has a parking. As I told before, many people know Kanyakumari only for Kanyakumari Temple and Vivekanad Rock Memorial, but then there are many other places in Kanyakumari which you can visit during a Bangalore to Kanyakumari trip. Okay, so let's start. So let's say 4 am, you start from Bangalore, take 3 stops in between for breakfast, lunch and snacks. By 3 pm, you reach Kanyakumari and check into the hotel. Freshen up. So 1 hour is good enough to freshen up and get ready. Now from 4 to 5 pm, visit Kanyakumari temple. Visiting the temple takes hardly 30 to 45 minutes. Temple is quite big temple, quite popular temple. So sometimes, especially on weekend, you will find rush. So there will be a queue. So I am saying it will take probably 30 to 45 minutes in the temple. So give 1 hour, but visit the temple first because temple closes by 8 pm, and also there are areas around the temple which you need to walk. So better to visit the temple first. Then you come out of the temple by 5 pm, and then 5 pm to 6 pm you exit the temple and go towards Gandhi Mandapam. Spend some 15 minutes there. Remember, Gandhi Mandapam closes by 6 pm. So you have to first visit Gandhi Mandapam. Spend some 15 minutes there, come back, and then while going to Gandhi Mandapam, you would have seen Tsunami Monument and Shree Kamakotti mutt and Triveni Sangam. Come back, first go and visit Tsunami Monument. Again, this whole premises closes by 6 pm. So you have to make sure that you visit Tsunami Monument and Kamakotti mutt before 6 pm. And then you come out, and then you can actually, in front of that, you have Triveni Sangam. So all this will take 30 to 45 minutes maximum, but you have to make sure that you complete that before 6 pm. At 6 pm, you can take an auto to the sunset point. Please check the sunset timings first. During winter, generally it will be 6:15 to 6:30 pm. During summer, it can be a bit late, so plan accordingly. But you have to take auto and go to sunset points, probably 3.5 kilometers. Then 6 to 7 you stay at the sunset point. 1 good hour you can spend there, and then again take the auto and come back to Kanyakumari beach. So from sunset point you come to Kanyakumari beach. You spend some good 30 to 35 minutes there. So you spend some good 30 to 45 minutes there, and by 8 pm you can start walking to Our Lady of Ransom church. Now this church is very near to the Kanyakumari beach. So you go and visit the church, appreciate the beautiful architecture of the building, spend some 30 minutes knowing more about the church. You spend some 30 minutes there, and then you can come back to the temple area. You can actually walk down to the temple area. It will be around 2 kilometers of walk, but you are going to like it. It is very lively throughout. You will reach there by 8:30. It's a good half an hour walk, and then 8:30 to 9:30 explore the market around Kanyakumari temple, have some nice dinner at one of the many restaurants, and by 9:30 pm you are back to the hotel and have a good night's sleep. So that will be your day 1 itinerary. So in day 1, what all you have covered? You have covered Kanyakumari temple, that's Kumari Amman temple. You have also covered Gandhi Mandapam, Tsunami monument, Kamakotti mutt, Triveni Sangam. Then you have seen sunset at the sunset point. Then you have come back to Kanyakumari beach. You have spent some time at the beach, and you have also seen the Our Lady of Ransom church. And after that, you explore the market around the temple and have some dinner. So let's come to the day 2 of Bangalore to Kanyakumari itinerary. So on day 2, you need to start a bit early, but by early means 5:30 am. So 5:30 am, if you wake up, you just freshen up a little bit, get ready. 5:45, you actually walk down to the Triveni Sangam or Kanyakumari beach, anywhere near the seashore, for a nice, beautiful sunrise view. Enjoy the sunrise view in the morning, and then by 6:30 am, you come back to hotel. Then take 6:30 to 7:30, 1 hour to freshen up, have your breakfast. Somewhere, if it is there in the hotel, it is well and good, or around that area you will find a lot of restaurants serving nice hot idli, dosa and the nice local cuisines, local breakfast. Have a nice breakfast, and then what you have to do is that you have to go to Vivekanad Rock Memorial Ferry ticket counter. Remember, Vivekanand Rock Memorial is a small island some 500 meters from seashore, and you have to take a ferry to reach there. And that ferry starts by 8 am. And generally people come and stand in the queue much early. Especially on the weekends, there's a lot of rush. You can take special tickets also. But remember, this special ticket is only for going to the memorial. For coming back, there is no special line. You have to again stand in the general queue. So my recommendation is that by 7:30, you actually go and stand in the queue. So if you stand in the queue by 7:30, you will get your tickets by 8 o'clock. Once you get the ticket, they will leave you inside another area where again you have to stand in the queue. So it will take around 1 hour from that area to reach to the Vivekanand Rock Memorial. So it will be around waiting time of half an hour, and then you get the ferry. And once you get the ferry, again drive a ferry of 15-20 minutes. The ferry will take to reach to the Vivekanand Rock Memorial. So you reach there by 9 am. From 9 to 10:30, spend some good 1.5 hours there. And what all you can do there, you can visit the Vivekanand Memorial. It is the place where Swamy Vivekanand meditated. Then, according to historical tales and legends, it is believed that the goddess Kumari Amman performed austerity on this rock. So there is a temple, and you can see Mata's foot there. So visit that temple also. So Mata's footmark is there. So you can visit the temple. Then you can visit the bookshops there, and you can buy books on religion, philosophy, life well-being, etc. So spend some good time, and then take the ferry and come back to the mainland. So let's say by 10:30 you are back. By 10:30 you take the ferry, and by 10:30 and by 11 you are back to the mainland. 11 to 11:15, take a auto there and travel to Vattakottai fort. Okay, it will take around 15 minutes to reach the Vattakottai fort. Take the auto, don't walk, take the auto. Visit Vattakottai fort. Nothing much to be seen there, but it's a historical landmark. So spend some 30 minutes there. By 11:45, take the auto back to the hotel. But come back to the hotel. Now 12 to 12:45, grab some quick lunch at one of the many restaurants nearby or in the hotel. But don't spend much time on the lunch. By 12:45, you take out your car and start towards Chitharal Jain monuments. This is a must visit in Kanyakumari. Now remember, you can also take a taxi or a cab if you are not interested in driving, but it is a bit far. It's around 45 to 50 kilometers. So you will take at least 1 hour to drive there. Chitharal Jain monuments, I reached there by 2:15. So it took me 1 hour 30 minutes to reach there. It depends upon how fast you drive. From 2:15 to 3:15, you need at least 1 hour to visit these monuments. Now remember, there is a trekking. So it's some 1.5 kilometers you have to walk. You have to trek up the hill. You go there, and then you have to walk down as well. And that walking itself will take half. So 15 minutes of walking up, 15 minutes of walking down. So your half an hour goes into trekking, and remaining half an hour you can spend there. Look at the temple, look at the view from the top. It's all wonderful, it's beautiful. In fact, many people spend much more time there, but we have spent almost 1 hour there. If you are on weekdays, that you will find the temple closed. Nevertheless, you can always go till the top and look at the carvings outside the temple. Look at the temple from outside. It's a beautiful monument. If you're going on weekends, you'll find the temple open. You can actually visit inside the temple. It is a ASI protected monument. So remember that. Don't carry any plastic bags or papers while you are trekking, and don't throw anything, any plastic bottle or any plastic paper, any plastic bottle or plastic bag around. Spend some good 1 hour there and come back. 3:15 to 3:30 p.m. you can trek back. From 3:30 to 4 p.m. will be your driving to Padmanabhapuram Palace. From there it is 20 kilometers. It will take approximately half an hour. So drive to Padmanabhapuram Palace. Between 4 to 5 visit the palace and the museum. It takes around 1 hour to 1 hour 30 minutes to finish visiting the place. If you are very much interested in history, you might take 1 hour 30 minutes. I took 1 hour. Remember, parking is a big challenge there. Especially during the weekend, you may need to park your vehicle a little bit far away from the site. So keep this in mind. But when you take the parking ticket, the guy will tell you whether you can park it near the palace or you have to drive a bit further based on the rush you have at that time. Then between 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. you drive to Suchindram Shree Thanumalayan Swamy temple. It's a beautiful temple. You will need 1 hour to visit this temple. So 6 to 7 p.m. you can visit this temple, and 7 p.m. you can drive back to the hotel. It will take half an hour to reach back. So remember, this temple is around half away between your Padmanabhapuram Palace to the hotel or Kanyakumari. Then between 7:30 p.m. to 10 p.m. you can actually explore the area more, have dinner, spend some good time again near the beach, and then you can call it a day. So friend, this way you can actually cover major spots in Chennai. So friends, this way you can cover all the major spots in Kanyakumari. Now there are 2 falls and 2 beaches which are still a bit which still can be covered. If you have some more time in your hand, probably one more day in your hand, then you can cover one of the beaches and both the falls. So it all depends upon. But for me, they were optional. These were the 12 important ones which I visited, and I mentioned about that in my itinerary. Then if you have 2 more days in your hand, then you can continue your journey to Rameshwaram, or you can go to Triveni from there, or you can return back to Bangalore on the 3rd day. While returning back, another important point, while returning back, do not miss to stop and appreciate the many windmill farms you see on the way. You would have seen that while coming also, but while coming to Kanyakumari, there would have been, you were more in a rush to reach Kanyakumari and then visit various spots, so I didn't recommend it at that time. While going back to Bangalore, you will anyway have the leisure to going back to home, so you can stop somewhere near the windmill farms and see them working. Remember, it will take at least 12 hours to reach back to Bangalore, so plan early. Start by 6 a.m. You will be able to reach back by 7 p.m. Kanyakumari to Thiruvananthapuram in Kerala is approximately 100 kilometers, at least 3 hours. Kanyakumari to Rameshwaram is approximately 300 kilometers, another 6 to 7 hours. You can actually club your Kanyakumari and Rameshwaram trip together, but remember, you need another 2 days in your hand. So this was my 3-day itinerary from Bangalore to Kanyakumari, including the travel time. I hope you liked it. If you like this information, do subscribe us and share us, and do give us your feedback. See you in another such video. Till then, bye bye.